Of course, like with the thank you next hook, that's like one of my favorite stories is Victoria, I was like obsessed with the chords. Like everyone was like, okay, this is like something. Let's like stay here until we get it. And thank you next was something that I said for like years. I always would be like, thank you next to like anything. You know this guy. But like it would be like if there was something annoying or if we saw something that we didn't really like or if our friends were going through something, we'd be like, let's just say like thank you next. Like, you know, okay, well then that's it. Thank you next. And my friends and I would all always say that. Victoria and I were trying to find videos of it. We don't really have any like video documentation of us saying that. I think there's like a couple, but we said it in our everyday language a lot. And then I heard Victoria in the corner just being like, thank you, next. And I was like, I think I like said something awful. I was like, F you.
She said,
I was so excited.
She said, Blank, are you saying thank you next? I was like, yeah.
That record, even though you've said thank you next in your life, does it take hearing it in a song to really make an imprint on you to be able to actually move on and say and act thank you next? Do you get what I'm saying?
Can you say the question one more time? I forgot what you said at the beginning of the sentence.
Putting it
because I was thinking so hard about it. You were halfway through it and I forgot it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Putting it into a song, does that allow you to actually, like, does that validate it for you? Because you can say thank you next all you want, but hearing it in a song and it's a hit like this.
Well, it became super real. You know what I mean? Like putting it in a song makes it very, okay, cool. We definitely just closed that chapter. You know what I mean? It's like, we had like 3 different versions of the song.
What's the biggest difference between the 3 of them?
Well, I was like, I'm like super shy when it comes to like pitching wild things. And so I was like, is it like insane if I name people and thank them directly in the song? And Taylor was like, well, it's going to be a thing if you do, but I think it's brilliant. And she was like, but I think it's special and yes, do it right now. Like, let's do it. And then we did it and I was like, wow, this is really, really, really special and feels really like something, you know? And then I went home and slept on it and we came back and I was like, okay, let's make another version just in case without the names.
And that still exists somewhere today?
That still exists on y'all's hard drive somewhere.
What was in there instead of the names?
I think I said, say I'm too young or something. Yeah. I've had too many boyfriends. I was just talking about what people say about me still. Yeah. So it still like was like, okay, I'm embracing my mistakes and what I've done and everything that's contributed to who I am, but it was just less direct and everyone kind of, including me, was kind of like, this is not the version. Like me as I was doing it was like, this is not the version. But I was also trying to be protective.
Yeah.
You know? So, Victoria, you want to take the reins? Tommy was like, I like when Tommy tells his part.
Yeah, I was like, look, let her record it. Let's all play along.
With the names.
Let's play along.
No, without the names.
Do it without the names. Everybody was mad. I said, no, we're going to do it. But we already know what version it is.
I'm like, we know which version it is. Because also in my relationship at the time, things were like up and down and on and off. And so I didn't know what was going to happen. And then, you know, we got back together, so I had to make a different version of it. And then we broke up again, so we ended up going with that version. There's a version where I was getting married. There's a version where I'm not getting married. There's a version with nothing. We're not talking about anything. And, but we all knew that the first version was going to be the version we ultimately went with.
But you needed to get that out of your system.
But yeah, I just wanted to cover all the bases, and it was a big risk and a very scary thing to do because it is my life. I understand that, like, to a lot of people, I'm not a real person, or it's easy to kind of just, like, see me as, like, a song or a picture or, like, a thing that kind of exists in their head and they know what they know and that's it. But at the end of the day, these are people and relationships that have, you know...
real impact.
Yeah. I'm a little I'm like tearing up, but you know, it's real shit to me. So
It's real life.
it is real life, and spent a lot of time with each of those people, like learning, and so it was like scary to put in a song.
Was it hard to listen to for the first time?
No, it was hard to play for people. I was nervous to play it for people. Like, I remember Liz came by and heard it. Mikey and Scooty, who are right back there. You can't see them. But yeah, I didn't want them to hear it until I had recorded it, and they like y'all made it. So I was like, everyone get out. I want it to be perfect before everyone hears it. Like, no one's allowed to come in. I was like very nervous to share it because I knew that as soon as people heard the names, they were gonna be like, run that back one more time. What the f is she doing? Like, what the fuck is she doing? My mom was like, she's never been happier. My mom was like, oh, this is just the best song I've ever heard in my life. Because anybody who knows me knows how Joan Grande has felt about every relationship I've ever been in. And she has been so supportive and patient and bit her tongue and, you know, been a fantastic mother.
That song was for her closure, too.
That song is for my mom's closure, and also as like a thank you to her for helping me through a lot of this and searching so desperately for like what I feel parts of my childhood lacked. You know, it was just like a beautiful moment for her. My mom cried. Liz Gillies came through and was like, oh,
Who gave you the most pushback on it?
what do you mean pushback? Like,
anyone-
no, don't do it?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm waiting for you to tell me to suck a D.
No. I would never tell you to suck a dick.
Anybody named in that song supportive of you putting it out there?
Yeah, I had sent it to Sean, and he loved it.
Come on.
He loved it.
He calls people out all the time. He can't say anything.
Well, it wasn't really calling out. It was a thank you. It was very funny. He was like, damn, on the first one, huh? And I was like, I mean, you know, I went kind of in order. No, but yeah, he was very supportive. He loved it. Ricky loved it. He was like proud. But Ricky was like, why did I get the worst line? And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, everyone else's line is so nice. And mine is like, man, him, he's trash. I was like, no, I could have said that. I could have said, well, some songs about Ricky. Never mind, he's trash. I was like, I could have said that.
That would have really
But I
flowed
didn't.
down.
I said, now I listen and laugh. Because it didn't work out.
I remember that song, and you sending me the song that he was in there. James Dean, Look in His Eye. That was about him, wasn't it?
Moonlight?
Yeah.
We've had some very crazy times. But no, everyone has been, everyone that I am still in touch with has been very supportive of it.